Hello Internet, my name is Hazel from Hazelnutty Games, and this is how I beat Heroic Razuvious in Curse of Naxxramas using a custom priest deck that I built. I will put the deck list over on the left-hand side of the screen here. It's by no means ideal. Even now, after having beaten it, there's a couple things that I could touch up to make it better, but as you can see, it worked out alright. So Razuvious is kind of a jerk. His biggest problem is that he has this rune blade that deals 10 damage and does double damage to heroes. So if he puts that out and hits you with it, you're out 20 health. And there's no real way around that. To mitigate that, you are able to mind control these two 0-7 taunts that he puts out at the beginning. They won't save you for too long because his hero ability for 1 mana does 4 damage to a target, so you can clear stuff fairly well. I just managed to mind vision one of his rune blades. That's pretty much, as far as I'm concerned, the most fun way to win this fight. So we're on turn 2. I toss out a Lightwell. So this deck has a couple of win conditions against this fight. The biggest one is if you can Thoughtsteal or mind vision that rune blade, then you're pretty much in business. I tried a number of things against this guy. So there you can see 20 damage. That kind of sucks. I tried keeping taunts up constantly using Druid taunt deck to try and mitigate that, but I just wasn't able to outpace him. So there we go, we steal the 0-7s. If you don't manage to mind vision, Thoughtsteal vision a rune blade, having those 0-7s for free in the beginning works really well with things like Divine Spirit, Power Word Shield, and Inner Fire to give you some big minions that are not only stompy and will stomp on his face, but are also taunt so that they can protect you from that rune blade. So here we are, turn 4. And I do have enough mana to try out the rune blade. He also doesn't have any taunt, so it's not a bad time to do it. This guy can put out taunt minions, so you want to be careful to make sure that you go for his face when you get an opening to, while not leaving yourself open. So you can see me thinking. You can see the gears churning. Of course, we're only at 12 health, so we get hit with the rune blade again, we're kind of boned. So in this particular turn, I decide that I want to buff up the Understudy as opposed to going for the rune blade. I'm going to save that for another turn. We Divine Spirit him to 14, and then we Inner Fire to make him a 14-14. Typically, I found that he's less likely to hit something like that with his weapon because he takes the face damage. But in this case, he decided that he wanted... See, there you go. He doesn't want to hit the 14-14 because he's going to take a bunch of damage. So he actually keeps the rune blade to himself. You'll see in this deck that I run Swamp Ooze and Harrison Jones. The Harrison's not necessary, I just happen to have him, and I really like destroying that weapon. Getting rid of that thing with Swamp Ooze will help you out a little bit, but of course you can't rely on them because he can put out the weapon and hit with it on the same turn. I smack him for 34 using the weapon in my my Understudy, so that worked out pretty good. And then Sunfury will let you taunt up things like your Lightwells, which you could have buffed with Divine Spirit. And I also tossed a Maexxna in here in case the game goes that long. Sunfurying a Maexxna is kind of awesome. And there we go, we got him. So I did actually manage to replicate this at least one more time, mind visioning, or Thoughtsteal actually the second time. Another rune blade, so this is doable. The deck can certainly be touched up, and I would love to hear what you would do to make it more optimal. It worked for me pretty good, and honestly, that was really fun. There's nothing more satisfying than smacking him in the face with his own knife. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!